because we couldn't have done what, and when it's put back, it's going to be put back just like it was when the subdivision was built. So, and I believe we've got it fixed out there in front of Pizza Hut now, but
State did that.
Bell South came in and did that, and that kept an expense off of us. We could have jumped in there and fixed it, but when they told me that Bell South, that was their responsibility, we let them do it, and I believe it looks good.
It does, but let me tell you something, Mayor. You had absolutely nothing to do with that sidewalk being repaired, so don't sit up there and take credit for it. You did nothing, okay?
Well, Mr. Bo Knight from the State Department of Transportation.
Right, exactly. I called and talked to him the next day.
And he called me today and asked me had I been down there and looked at it. Yes, sir, I did have a whole lot to do with it, but I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it, because you flat don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay, anything else?
Mayor, it
Yes, sir.
goes back to, if it's not manpower, and if it's not tools, and it's not scheduling, right?
Why isn't it
being, well, that's all. Something's broke, right? I'm just asking for it to be fixed, and how can I help? That's all I want to do.
I'll get with you, we'll work through this thing, we'll move on with it. Now, is that going to cover 13 also?
Yes.
Okay. All right, boards and committees.
Might have to wake everybody up.
Chamber of Commerce report, I know we'll get one here. Come on.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. On behalf of the entire chamber, we want to thank the city for its support of Riverfest this past weekend. And I especially commend and praise the city departments, particularly Public Works, the police department, and fire department for all that they did for us on that day. And we do thank them very, very much. On April the 27th, our ambassador group will be hosting the Administrative Professionals Luncheon at the Civic Center beginning at 11 a.m. The reservations are $15 for that particular event, and we want to encourage businesses to treat their professional assistants and administrators on that day and show their appreciation for their work by allowing them to attend that luncheon. On April the 30th, the Elmore County Historical Society will be hosting its 3rd annual tour of historic Wetumpka. Those tour tickets, which will extend from 10 a.m. Until 4 p.m. on that particular date, can be purchased for $10 from any society member or from the chamber office. And the luncheon tickets are $10 as well, and we can provide you additional information with that. We are continuing the Brown Bag Concert Series at Friday at the noon hour in Gold Star Park each week during the months of April and May. And this week, the Booker T. Washington High School Show Band will be performing, so we invite you to come and enjoy lunch at that hour and enjoy a wonderful hour of entertainment.
Jan, on
Yes.
the tour of homes, okay, would you, I know they have a brochure,
Yes.
but if you've got a map as to how that's laid out, would you get that to me?
Sure.
I want to get it to Ms. Lynn, because we try to go in there and make sure that all those sidewalks are edged, and like we've been doing it over the years, but we want to make sure we get that taken care
All
of.
right. That will be greatly appreciated. We can certainly do that. Thank you.
Okay, public comments?
Mayor, could I just
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
on that, on what you just said, because I was going to bring it up, I've got some houses in my district that's going to be next to some of those houses on tour that are vacant, and grass needs cutting on some of those. And so would you look at that map once you get it and sort of see where some of them are? I can give you some indications, but we need to sort of look at getting those people to cut their grass, or call the real estate agencies or something.
Actually, that falls under me.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Just as long as we, yeah, because I want to get some of that taken care of before that's happening. And I'll try to get you a brochure.
Let the chief cut it. She can cut it when she's walking.
Get me something.
a couple of quick comments. About a month ago, we appropriated a whole bunch of money for an air conditioning unit. And I'm looking at Mr. Carter there, he's looking like a lobster. Where's the air conditioning?
They're in the process of
It's being installed.
being
Oh,
installed.
he's not gonna make it. Now, the next
That was too
next
much
thing I wanted to
sunset.
talk about just very briefly is, I'm very much in favor of the whole downtown renovation thing, and I've met with Chris Carter about it. It's near and dear to my heart, it's gonna bring business into Wetumpka, and it's good for the city, and it's good for every business person in the city. And I know this has been going on for about 8 or 10 years now, and two things occurred to me tonight. One is, I did not hear a completion date. Unless we start holding people's feet to the fire, we're gonna go on for another 10 years. So when you discuss this, and I notice every now and then, conversation gets a little quiet, so some of us old people can't hear a lot, that I wanna make sure that there's a completion date, and then you can find out why it doesn't get done on time. The second point I wanna make is, when she asks you how much, you don't need to whisper. We're entitled to know the amount of money
On what, Mark?
on the contract for the downtown plan.
It's 150,000.
Yeah.
It can be
It's
split.
nice when you say it out loud.
Can be split 75 this year,
Yeah,
75.
if you leaned
next
over and
year.
you whispered it to her.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're trying to hide something.
No, I wasn't.
Put it out there, that's why we're here.
And on the completion date, we don't even have a beginning.
You're gonna give this guy $100,000 without a date.
No. They came to us. and
I know, I sat through all the meetings, or not the ones you had not here,
Yeah.
but I sat through the proposals, and I heard all the discussions, and it's okay to spend the money. I'm in favor of that if that's what's
Well,
necessary.
that was a different direction, Mark. This is when they came to us, Judge Kennedy, Mark Kennedy came to us and sat down and talked. I believe we were the two first that he sat down with, and then Councilman Jones, Councilman Washington, and all of us have been in all of these meetings, I believe, except Councilman Hammock, I don't believe, was able to attend any of the meetings. But what this is coming in and bringing people together to discuss a plan. What do you want in downtown? Who's going to develop this? And we talked about creating an authority.
Well, then let's take the money and have a big party. That's all you're gonna get out of this.
Okay.
Because it's a damn waste. If you don't get results and have a yardstick to measure it and have an ending date, then it is no plan.
Well, I think once we can sit down and start talking and find out how it's going to come about, how the property owners downtown, because every building down there is privately.
Sir, I'm a businessman.
I know, I understand.
And when I ask people for money, they say, what am I gonna get for my money?
Yeah,
And I have to answer it, or I don't get any money.
okay. I'd be glad to give you what I was presented with.
I'm
and
glad to look at it.
Let you look over that, but it is a beginning point to try to determine what do you want downtown to be. So once we go from there, we'll hopefully we get a good plan and the money follows that to help lead us where we need to be. Any other comments? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Greg?
He gives an error message.
Hey, Miss Leslie.
Hey Joe, how you doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good.